I'm really happy to be talking with you today. I work behind the scenes to support our schools as an executive program developer. And I know about Montessori not only through my professional career, but also as a Montessori mom. I am the mother of Tristan, aged 8, and Callista, who is almost 11. And both of my children have been in Montessori since age 2. So I've been able to follow their path through toddler, through Children's House program, and now through lower and upper elementary. Interesting because my answer to that has changed. When I first discovered Montessori as an educator, I fell in love with the materials. I mean, they are just brilliant. They're hands-on, they're multisensory, they're engaging. They take the child from the perceptual level to the concrete level so that the child really and truly understands for himself or herself what they're learning. So this is not memorize and forget. This is a true education. Another wonderful aspect of the Montessori materials is that they're self-correcting. So often a child can see for herself if an error was made and fix it without having to rely on an adult authority coming and saying, this is right or this is wrong. So I fell in love with the Montessori materials, and I encourage parents out there, if they have access to a Montessori school, ask a head of school or a Montessori guide to show you, for instance, in elementary, how the materials help a child learn grammar, or how they help a child learn about squaring and cubing, or what pi really means. And you'll just be fascinated by how engaging and how really successful these learning materials are. So as an educator, when I first discovered Montessori, I thought the biggest benefit was the learning materials. As a parent, watching my children work through years and years of Montessori, I now believe that the biggest benefit is probably the multi-age groupings. And the reason for that is by having different ages of children grouped together. Number one, there is so much room for your child to progress comfortably. So if you happen to have a daughter who's exceptional in mathematics and wants to work ahead in mathematics, in early childhood, it's completely individually paced. In elementary, that child can be placed in a math group. It's, different ages and abilities. That is a more advanced group, without feeling like there's something odd or something wrong with the child because they don't fit a cookie cutter mold of exactly where the other 8-year-olds are at that point in time. And the same is true for areas where a child might need extra practice. So a child who might just be a little bit slower to develop in terms of reading skills, or in terms of another aspect of the curriculum, or in terms of social emotional maturity. You sometimes might have a 7-year-old who is more comfortable at that point playing with a younger child than a same-aged or older peer. So there's so much room for comfort and for growth in a multi-age setting. It also gives time for the child to develop a deep and authentic connection to their teacher. There are such benefits for a child being with the same guide over multiple years in terms of the child's comfort level and also in terms of just sheer productivity. If a teacher has a child for 1 or 2 or even 3 years, then there's a lot more space to get to know the child, and every fall as a new school year begins to really hit the ground running and not waste the first 4 to 6 weeks trying to figure that child out. How do they learn? What are their roadblocks? What are their current skill levels? So it's a much more productive and comfortable approach to have those multi-age groupings. I'd also add that for the peer community, having multi-age groupings means that everybody has a chance to be the newbie, to be the youngest one in the class who needs to watch and learn from the leaders. And every child also eventually has a chance to be that leader, to have to step up in terms of responsibility and accountability for their younger peers. And so again, looking at the whole child, there aren't just academic benefits to the multi-age groupings. There are really significant interpersonal and personal benefits as well.